Summer in Antarctica. The temperature is almost always below freezing. Storms can hit in a heartbeat and last for weeks.
You guys have been in this tent, what, about 16 hours? It's all snow, right?
We're in some pretty thick ice here. I can't see anymore.
But as brutal as summer can be, winter is much worse. 24 hours of darkness. Winds at up to 200 miles per hour. And almost no flights on or off the continent. Most science grinds to a halt as humanity races to flee winter's wrath. Now, it's just days away,
Winter is coming!
and time is running out.
It's getting to the point where now we haven't got much data, so we really need to get some information.
God!
Oh, right behind us.
To escape the frozen continent.
Winter, it's really very much unknown out here. We need to get all the equipment and everything ready.
We're at the beginning of the culmination of our mission.
Oh, shut down fire.
Smoke it off one.
Ocean giant breakaway. We have a collision imminent.
We're not getting anything. I just want to hear it and know that we're in the right place.
It's the end of the first night in months.
And we're like right in the middle of the bay right now, too.
Starting now, daylight will decrease every day until it quickly disappears altogether.
We've got about 2 or 3 hours before we have to start leaving to get home. First light, we're going to get into a Zodiac to find the tag.
Dr. Ari Friedlander and his team have spent weeks studying humpback and minke whales, using dart biopsy and suction-mounted data loggers to study the marine ecosystem as the climate changes.
These whales are one part of a very big ecosystem, but the more things we can learn about whales makes it easy to understand how changes in the environment will affect our ecosystem in the future.
There's nothing, we're not getting anything back. Well, that sucks.
But tagging a whale means nothing if they can't recover the device. And with the savage Antarctic winter bearing down on them, their expedition ends tomorrow.
The suction cup tags archive all the data on them, so we have to retrieve that tag to get anything back. The tag has a VHF transmitter in it, though, that sends out a signal every time the tag is at the surface, and we use a handheld antenna like you would in any other field to locate where that whale is.
There's still several things that could possibly go wrong. First off, the whale may decide to leave this bay and take off and go somewhere completely out of range. The other possibility is that the tag comes off the whale and it ends up under sea ice. And if that's the case, if the antenna from the VHF transmitter isn't in air, we won't hear it. Oh, that was a good hit. Not consistent. Yep, just heard it. That was a good hit. The gain is up really high, which means that we're probably pretty far. We're still about 5 miles from that glacier face where we tagged it. When we got a couple of good hits, that's probably an arch. When it's diving, the antenna gets a little higher, and those little low beeps are probably just when it's low in the water. That sound is so comforting, though, just to know that you're near the tag. I'll feel much better when I get the tag back. Cool. The morning's going to be kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah, you'd probably want to go out early before first light.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's find these whales.
Houseman, steady on course 155.
Steady on course 155I.
The U.S. Coast Guard cutter Polar Star is at the mouth of McMurdo Sound. just a few miles from shore.
I'm all head 5.
All in 5-5.
The crew spent the last week smashing a path through the ice to allow a cargo ship to reach the continent. Now, the Ocean Giant is here.
We're at the beginning of the culmination of our mission. All right, everybody, this is going to be the brief for the close ice escort of motor vessel Ocean Giant. As Polar Star will break a course through the channel to the approach channel.
If you guys can see this, we have the Ocean Giant about 4 miles away. We're sitting here at the fast ice edge, ready to escort her in to McMurdo. Any questions?
Continue, Ops.
Aye, aye.
Lofcon Fantail, we see 1,100 yards. Over.
Fantail Lofcon, 1,100 yards.
Ocean Giant, Polar Star 1-6, over. In the procedure, I would like to have you remain 300 yards off our stern, following in our wake. It's going to be up close and personal at 300 yards.
Copy that. Take it as it comes, over.
Look forward to getting you through the ice. Have a safe voyage. We'll be right in front of you. Get her underway, Ops.
Lee helm, center line ahead 1.
Sir, we have the brash ice coming up. We're about a half mile out from it.
Roger.
Brash ice is made up of small chunks that remain after large sheets have been broken up. The Polar Star has to lead the Ocean Giant through it to protect her hull from being punctured.
We'd like to proceed at approximately 3 knots, but we can adjust speed as you feel comfortable, over.
Okay, copy that. Hang on.
This is the most high-risk maneuver that a ship captain can perform. 2 very, very large ships, weighing hundreds of thousands of tons, operating in very, very close quarters. So we're not going to have very much reaction time if something does occur.
Lofcon flight deck, we see 625 yards.
Aye, 625.
We have to stay close together, because if he's too far away from me, I can't protect him from the ice. My ship is designed to push that ice out of the way, and his ship's designed to carry cargo and resupply the continent.
To deflect all the brash ice, the Polar Star has to be less than 1,000 feet in front of the Ocean Giant. If the cutter stops, for any reason, the 545-foot, 15,000-ton container ship won't have time to avoid a collision.
So we're gonna go 3 on this side, 2 more on that side. Give you some slack there, man.
Drop this one down.
Putting the fendering system together on the stern here, just kind of a precautionary measure. If we do have to slow down, they come up on our stern a little too fast. We've got some kind of buffer to kind of save our hull from getting damaged. Double check your knots, let them tie that on there, grab another fender. Roger. Keep moving forward.
I'd like to set the RMD.
Roger.
Now set the restricted maneuvering doctrine.
Starboard section on deck. Roger, start RMD.
RMD is the restricted maneuvering doctrine. Our sole goal is to keep the lights on and propulsion going. Even if that means we're going to destroy a piece of equipment, that's what we're going to do because we don't want to put the ship in danger.
As simple as it sounds, propulsion has been a major problem this season.